Good morning, student. Uh, Today we are going to start our session 3, uh, which is about basic types of counseling. And before we have seen what counseling or guidance is, we have seen the difference between counseling and guidance, why counseling and guidance, and so on and so forth. But today we are going to see the basic types of counseling. When we talk of basic types of counseling, first, we have individual counseling. And individual counseling, it is one-to-one helping relationship in which the counselor helps the client to accept, own, solve, or cope with the problem. It's a one-to-one helping relationship in which the counselor helps the client to accept, own, solve, or cope with the problem. Features of individual counseling include client comes on his or her own, or she is referred from another counselor or source. Kwa hiyo mtu anaweza kuwa na matatizo lakini hawezi kukop na tatizo alilonalo. So in this individual counseling inaweza kuwa ni face to face na counselor anajaribu kumcancel kuweza kuaccept na kukop na mazingira ya tatizo alilonalo kwa wakati huo. So it is one-to-one helping relationship in which the counselor helps the client to accept, own, solve, or cope with the problem. So client coming from counseling may be an adult, youth, or child who is able to talk rationally. Going for counseling, you should be able to talk rationally, mentally distraught, or unable to think or talk rationally, or with varied life experience. We say client coming for counseling may be an adult, youth, or child who is able to talk rationally, mentally distraught, or unable to think or talk rationally, or with varied life experience. Let's see the duration of individual counseling. Kwa sababu the setting of this counseling, we don't expect when it's face to face or individual counseling, when an individual coming to a counselor, so it doesn't have duration. You may speak things even out of what of the basics of counseling. So let's see duration of individual counseling. Helping relationship may involve one or more than one session. This helping relationship may involve one or more than one session. The setting in which this relationship occurs is a counseling center, VCT center, or hospital. The setting in which this relationship occur is counseling center, VCT center, or hospital. So the nature and duration of individual counseling cannot be determined until the nature of the problem is clarified. The nature and duration of individual counseling cannot be determined until the nature of the problem is clarified. In most cases, the initial session begins in a similar way of staying with the client for 45 minutes to 60 minutes per session. So we see the session 45 minutes to 60 minutes per session. But you may add more session, it depends with the problem of your client. Here, there is something which mentioned as VCT. What is VCT is? I remember that you went for your field when you were in level 5. For those who went to Mumbali National Hospital or to National Hospital, when you're bending your attachment for field your level 5, you have seen this VCT center. I'm sure that you visited. So when we go for discussion into our platform, you'll have to tell me what a VCT is. So the nature and duration of individual counseling cannot be determined until the nature of the problem is clarified. And we say in most cases, the initial session begins in similar way of staying with a client for 45 minutes to 60 minutes per session. Counseling relationship may be determined or terminated when a counselor and client reach to a successful conclusion of the counseling relationship or client referral is made. Counseling relationship may be terminated when a counselor and client reach to a successful conclusion of the counseling relationship or client referral is made. Counselor anaweza kawa anaendelea kufanya counseling kwa mgonjwa wake, lakini even before 45 or 60 minutes wakawa tayari wameshapata nini, wamesha conclude what to be done. At that level, the counseling session can be terminated, or they have concluded for referral when they reach there, which means the counseling session can be terminated. The second type is group counseling. What is a group counseling? It is one to group helping relationship in which a counselor works with the group in seeking a solution to their common problem. Example, new candidates of ARV therapy. New candidates of ARV therapy. So it is one to group helping relationship. Hapo unaweza kukuta group lina common problem. Are we getting? So it's that group against counselor. So it's one to group. Mfano, counselor anaweza kawa anawafanyia counseling juu ya matumizi sahihi ya ARVs. And their common problem is the use of these ARVs or ARV therapy. So group counseling is designed to help client and a group to achieve increased mutuality, integration and acceptance of reality, socialization, realistic goals, adaptability, and responsibility for self-esteem. You may underline this self-esteem because at most of the time, the target of the counseling is to bring about self-esteem. So the general aim is to help members appraise themselves so that they may gain understanding and a broad perspectives of themselves in relation to others. The general aim of this group counseling is to help members appraise themselves so that they may gain understanding and broad perspective of themselves in relationship or in relation to others. Let's see the features of group counseling. A group of clients must have the following features. In group counseling, a group of clients must have the following features. Clients in the group must have a common problem. First, clients in the group must have the common problem. There must be dynamic integration among members. There must be a dynamic integration among members. Members must be reasonably mature and mentally sound to be able to talk about and tackle their common problem. Now we see members must be reasonably mature and mentally sound to be able to talk about or tackle their common problem. Members must have capacity for self-direction. Members must have capacity for self-direction. You know, when you do this counseling and you know you collected people with a common problem, we get it. We say members must have capacity for self-direction, which means this type of counseling must involve people who are aware of themselves. They understand what they are doing. So whatever the counselor is giving or is trying to share, they will be able to take it in practice or to take it into action. So members should be as compatible as possible. Compatibility among members. They must be compatible for this group counseling to take a course. So these are the features of group counseling. Then we go to couple counseling. Let's see the couple counseling. Couple refers to two people, usually of opposite sex, who may be married or cohabiting, When we say married, husband and wife, they are couples, but cohabiting, maybe a male and female, they are living together but not yet married, and they're there. So they are cohabiting. Not married, but a man and a woman are staying together. Uh, oh, friends, boyfriend, girlfriends, or friends. So, couple counseling occurs when two individuals who have had or intended to have sexual relations with wish to discuss issues concerning HIV together and look for ways to cope with the situation. Couple counseling occurs when two individuals who have had or intended to have sexual relations wish to discuss issues concerning HIV together and look for ways to cope with the situation. Usually, two people come in for couple counseling if they intend to get married. Usually, two people come for couple counseling for the following reason. Maybe they intend to get married, or one or both members is or are sick. Are we getting? For example, two are in a relationship, but one member is uh, sick and the other is not. They might wish or they may wish to go for counseling. Or they intend to have children. Sometimes when the couples intend to have children, they may go for counseling. Or they are having conflict in the home around being honest about sexual practices and safer sex. The couple has a sick child, or the child dies of AIDS or any other diseases. Uh, they have been referred to the clinic by a doctor. Can also be what? A reason. Homosexual male and homosexual female couples are also at risk of transmitting HIV and sexual transmitted infections and the other disease to one another. So couple counseling can also be offered to them, just as to heterosexual couples. Uh, I think we have seen the general concept of these types of counseling, and we see there is what? Individual counseling, we have seen group counseling, and we have seen the couple counseling. And all of these also we have seen too their features and why someone is subjected to a certain type of what? Of the counseling. So let's see the key point of a session. We have seen individual counseling, and we said is one-to-one helping relationship in which the counselor helps the client to accept, own, solve, or cope with the problem. Features of individual counseling include client comes on his or her own or is referred from another counselor source. We say group counseling is designated to help client and a group to achieve increased mutuality, integration, and acceptance of reality, socialization, realistic goals, adaptability, and responsibility for self esteem. I think we have made this clear. This is session 3, and I think the general concept of this have been understood. So go through this lesson careful. Then we are going to meet our platform and see where you face the challenges. Then I'll be there for you to answer the difficult part.